My first introduction to Nancy Greene was watching her on a TV show where she was doing weighted bench steps. What I noticed most was she was using the same bar that the men were using on the men's national team. She seemed to train with the men all the time. I had never won anything, but here I was watching her on this television show, and then I got to see her in Roslyn ski right in front of me. The Ski Meisters had an award banquet in the spring of 1968 after she'd won her gold and silver medal, and they invited Nancy Greene to be the guest speaker. The mountain is coming to me. Wow. I'm Jungle Jim Hunter, and you're listening to 831 Living Your Best Life podcast, inspiring participation, communicating precision, and empowering performers to podium. And I hope you will tell your friends and people you know to go to their favorite podcast provider or to junglejimhunter.com and click on subscribe, download, and click on like, rate, and review, and let us know how you feel. And write us. Tell us what you would like us to talk about, the questions you have to be your best, to have your best life. Well, the Ski Meister Club had grown quite a bit, but they only had 7 trophies for about 300 kids. And the first 6 trophies had been given out, and they were all given to people who were multiple race winners. I'd never won anything. The dinner had gone well, the speeches were done, the fundraising was finished, and now it was time for the awards, and my father and mother said, "It's bedtime, let's go." We were going to get up and leave, but the coach winked at my dad and said, "I think you better stay." That seemed odd. Well, the last award was the most outstanding ski meister. And all of a sudden, after the introductions were all done and the MC had said what he had to say, he said, "Jim Hunter." I turned to my parents and said, "There must be another kid in the club named Jim Hunter." My mother and father said, "Get up there." And as I went to the front, wondering what on earth I had done to deserve this trophy, I suddenly realized that the definition of a ski meister was what I had done. When I got up there, everything changed. You see, in these moments where you win an award, isn't it odd that we sometimes don't know what to say? And what you say comes from your heart, so it's what you believe, not about others, but about yourself. And when you speak, the person who has already heard what you're going to say, in other words, you, it matters because you have already formed it in your mind, and it's who you really are. You see, communication is an interaction with yourself. And we are lazy in our speech, and I want to prove it to you. We say casual things like "good luck" or "all the best." What does that really mean to somebody when you just say "good luck"? Does that mean that they were lucky that they were there? What does that really communicate? But Nancy did something unique at this award, this last award, because all the other 6 awards, she reached across the table, handed them the trophy, but the 7th one was right down at the end of the table, and she got up and walked around to the front for some reason. And she handed me the trophy and then stood there for a minute. And what happened next gave me a heart shiver. Betsy gave me a spine shiver, but Nancy gave me a heart shiver. You see, actions speak so loudly that you can't hear a word you're saying, and I couldn't hear anybody else except what she was saying. 831 people helped me, and that's why I'm doing this podcast. But Nancy got down on one knee and looked up at me. Now, she didn't go all the way down, but she just bent down enough that she put her hands on my face. The same way my dad did in the field when I seeded his favorite field, and he gave me a heart shiver, and that was the last time I'd felt that. And I lived every day trying to live up to that ideal of having my father say, "Well done, good job." And here was Nancy putting her hands on my face, and she reminded me of who I was and what I was. Then she said, "Do you want to be a World Cup racer? Do you think you can be?" I said, "Yes." "Do you think you can be an Olympian?" I said, "Yes." "Do you think you can win a medal?" "Yes," emphatically I said. And then she shook my head and said, "Then go do it." Words are so powerful. You see, if I'm going to go do it, I'm just going to act like one of them. I stood there and said, "I'm never going to wash my face again." Nancy went further than just "good luck" or "all the best." She spoke to my heart. In getting your act together, your actions should communicate kindness, respect, and honor, but it's what you say that matters. And almost all of you that are listening to this podcast can finish the following line, and I bring this in because I want to show you how we get lazy in our speech and what we say. There's this little poem that we learned when we were kids, and it goes like this, and if you know this, say it with me, or say it, and I'll give you time. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will... Did you finish it? Never hurt me. Does any of us agree with that statement? I don't think so. Do you know what that poem actually says? The poem was written by Barry Wade, and the poem actually says, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can also hurt me. Stones and sticks break only skin, while words are ghosts that haunt me. Slant and curved the word's swords fall to pierce and stick inside me. Bats and bricks may ache through bones, but words can mortify me. Pain from words has left its scar on mind and heart that's tender. Cuts and bruises now have healed. It's words that I remember. Maybe we should memorize this poem the right way. The Truth by Barry Wade. And maybe we would stop saying hurtful things to other people. Maybe we would stop saying the wrong things to people and think the wrong things about people, because we would change our internal communication, and that would change the way we would talk to ourselves. Speaking kind words requires practice, just like it takes to practice to be a great skier. Nancy was who she is in that moment because that is who she is at her core. My quote for the day, out of the mouth the heart speak. So it's our heart that needs the training, not our mouth. My personal dare to all of you, the same one that the 831 people gave me, I wish I could put my hands on your face. I wish I could hold your face in my hands and say, what do you think you can do? What act do you desire at your core to get together and make a difference? Then, like Nancy, I would like to shake you. Yes, I would just like to shake you for a moment and give your heart a shiver and say, go do it. I can't thank you enough, Nancy. My spine had been shivered by Betsy, but my heart had been shivered by my dad. And you reached that deep through your thoughtful and kind words. I really appreciate you listening. I hope you'll have grown before we meet next time.